What are my top 5 smoothest bourbons? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today we're going to go over the topic of smooth bourbons, and I'm going to give you my top 5 bottles that I consider to be smooth. Now, smooth is one of those words that gets thrown around, and some people like it, some people hate it, some people use it all the time, some people try to not use it whatsoever. I myself try to not use the word smooth and rather use the term easy drinking, ones that go down without any burn. And well, when you think about it, most of the time a bourbon that's not going to have a lot of burn is something that's going to be lower proof. But there are also higher proof bottles of bourbon that are going to be smooth. Now, I'm going to give you 5 bourbons that are over that 80 proof mark and that I consider to be easy drinking and to some of you smooth. But before we get into the bottles, I just want to thank you guys again for all the love and support for the channel. If you want your chance to win a bottle of Blantons, make sure you drop that subscribe, because at 5,000 subscribers, which is right around the corner, I'm giving one of those bottles away to a lucky subscriber. Make sure you guys keep leaving those comments down below. I want to know what your top 5 smoothest or easy drinking bottles of bourbon are down below. And as always, smash that like button. And if you want your chance to win some smooth, easy drinking bottles of bourbon, some nice samples or whatnot, go over and check out the Everyday Drinker Patreon for as little as $2 a month. You can help support me and the channel and what we do here like you would not believe. But without further ado, let's get into bottle number 1. Bottle number 1 goes to Old Forester Single Barrel 90 Proof. Now, you were probably expecting the Old Forester Single Barrel Strength, right? When I brought out a single barrel from Old Forester. But these 90 Proofers, I will tell you this right now, is one of the most easy drinking bottles of bourbon that I have ever acquired. When I first got it, I wasn't quite sure what to expect out of it, and it was a little lackluster because I had gotten it after I'd gotten my first Old Forester Single Barrel Strength. And we all know that those are packed full of flavor. They've got some heat behind them. But this one here has opened up so beautifully and is one of my absolute favorite 90 proof bottles of bourbon on the shelf at the moment, that I am sipping it slow because in Jersey, these are very, very hard to find. I'm not quite sure about in other areas. There are rumors that they're not making these anymore, but I myself, I don't know if I believe that. Things get thrown around and people say things, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to how delicious this bottle is and how easy drinking this bottle is right here. Now, before we get into bottle number 2, let's have a word from today's sponsor. Do you like good bourbon? Do you like supporting a good cause? Well, look no further than give270.org. I am partnering up once again with give270.org to give you all the opportunity to get your hands on some amazing, amazing bottles of bourbon. If you want your chance to win a flight that can help fill a flight, Give270's latest Bourbon Strong is a 50 for 50 that will support the mission of Honor Flight Bluegrass. This will help fly our heroes to Washington, D.C. to visit their respective memorials and reflect upon their service, sacrifice, and memories. Now through September 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go to give270.org to purchase your $50 ticket. Now, what can you win for this $50 ticket entry? Well, I'm going to let you know. You have the chance to win 47 different bottles of bourbon. If you win one or if you don't win one, don't fret, because your ticket is being put back into the pot to win the jackpot. There are 3 different grand prize winners. The first grand prize winner is going to win their chance on the entire Pappy lineup. The second grand prize winner is going to win a set of the Woodford's Masters collection. And the third grand prize winner is going to win the entire Weller lineup. So do not wait. Go over to give270.org, purchase your ticket to get your chance to win some amazing bottles of bourbon and also support an amazing cause. Hope to see you guys over there. All right, now that we're back to the video, let's get into bottle number 2. Bottle number 2 is going to go to a bourbon slash rye. It's going to go to a Boo Rye. Now, I've talked a lot about this bottle here on the channel in the past. Recently, not so much because we've been doing so many other things, but every time I go back to this Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, it never disappoints. It's a 90 proof bottle that is just packed full of flavor and easy drinking. There is no burn going down with this bottle whatsoever. For $45, you are going to have an amazing experience with this right here. If you're looking to get into rye and you're a bourbon guy, this will turn you into somewhat of a rye guy because it does have that beautiful marriage, that beautiful blend of bourbon and rye all packed into one beautiful bottle. I mean, as much as everybody talks about the new cast strength offering from Redwood Empire, I think I might just stick with these 90 proofers because, I mean, for an at least 3-year-old whiskey in this bottle, it drinks so nicely. It's so easy to drink. It's packed full of flavor, and you just can't go wrong with this Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. Bottle number 3. Bottle number 3 goes to Blantons Single Barrel. Now, everybody talks smack. Everybody has their opinions on Blantons, right? I have my own opinion on it. I have the opinion that this is a great bottle for MSRP, and I wish that it didn't have that stigma behind it that, oh, you're a tater if you get Blantons, if you hump Blantons, blah blah. I myself, if you can find Blantons for MSRP, it is worth the money. It is a very easy drinking, higher ride bourbon, and for me, it's really good, right? There's nothing special about this. But for 93 proof, I have never had a bad pour of Blantons. I have never had a Blantons that went down hot. This is always one of those bottles that, you know, it's a beginner's bourbon. It's something that I have on the shelf that, you know, if I have somebody that comes over and wants a experience of a nicer bourbon that's not going to knock their socks off with heat, I'm most of the time going to try and pour them a pour of Blantons because of how easy this bottle is to drink, and it has those beautiful Buffalo Trace profile in there. And for me, it's one of those bottles that I wish it didn't have that hype, that stigma behind it, because it is one of those easy drinking, smooth bourbons. Bottle number 4. Bottle number 4 goes to another Buffalo Trace product, and this is the Benchmark Single Barrel. Now, this is 2 proof points higher than Blantons. This is bottled at 95 proof, and I will tell you this. This bottle, I can't tell you how old it is. I'm going to guess that it's like probably 3 or 4 years old, whereas regular Buffalo Trace is 6, Blantons is 6 to 8. This is probably 3 or 4 years old, and this single barrel right here, right? I mean, it's so easy drinking. If you can't find Blantons, I highly recommend picking up a bottle of the Benchmark Single Barrel because it is without a doubt one of my absolute favorite bottles under that $25 mark. And for a one flavor king that this bottle is, with that beautiful confectionery icing sugar that this bottle has, there's no burn behind it. It's smooth. It's easy drinking. It's something that if you want something to just like sit back, watch a football game, and they might be burning your eyes because your team is doing dog water, but this right here, you're not going to be drinking dog water. You're going to be drinking a nice, easy drinking, smooth going down glass of whiskey. And finally, we're getting into bottle number 5. Bottle number 5 is going to go to 1792 Single Barrel. I wanted to bump up the proof a little bit for one of these bottles, and I think that at 100 proof, you're not going to get that smooth, easy drink, right? I could have gone with like an E.H. Taylor small batch or something along those lines, but at 100 proof, some people just don't like that triple-digit heat that some of those bottles bring, but I wanted to come up with something that is very easy drinking, but it still has a little bit more proof behind it compared to these other like 95 and below. So 1792 Single Barrel is bottled at 98.6 proof. And I have never had an experience with this bottle or other sample bottles that have been sent to me from this bottle having too much heat, not going down easy, not being smooth. This is a very, very easy drinking, almost you consider higher proof bottle. It's a 98, almost 99 proof. And it's just a very well balanced, smooth, easy drinking sip that is just packed full of flavor. And I always, you guys know it if you've been around the channel a lot, know I recommend 1792 single barrel if you can find it. I know it's a bottle that is hard to find in some areas, just like some of these, you might not find any of these in your area. These I found all in my area here in Jersey, and you know, some people in Jersey might be able to find these. Some people might not be able to find these. You just got to go and hunt, be in the right spot at the right time, and make relationships. That's one of the biggest things. Always make some relationships with your closest liquor stores so that you know what they're bringing in, what they got, and you might be able to get that little phone call at the end of the day sometimes. But like I said, let me know down in the comments what your 5 easy drinking, smooth bottles of bourbon are. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.